Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're finally moving past all that endless AI hype and we're looking directly at the hard data. We're going to see exactly how AI is actively shaking up commission structures, dictating some pretty intense negotiations, and actually driving massive real estate sales right now.
So here's our agenda for today. First up, the AI commission shakeup. Then, solving the data problem. From there, we'll look at the all-in-one platform, break down the price reduction playbook, and finally, wrap things up with the $6 million sale. Let's get right into it. All right, Section 1, the AI commission shakeup, featuring Homa's 1% disruption. Now, you know commission compression is a huge topic right now, right? Well, now it's got a seriously powerful AI engine behind it. Traditionally, brokerages are sitting at a standard 3% buyer commission. But enter Homa. It's a new Florida brokerage founded by a Zillow veteran, and they're doing something wild. They're pairing licensed agents with an AI that handles literally all the scheduling, the paperwork, the admin tasks, the whole shebang. By outsourcing all that operational friction, they can charge buyers just 1%.
And to put that into perspective, the real dollar disruption here is absolutely massive. Think about a standard $500,000 home purchase. Under Homa's model, buyers are paying $5,000 instead of the usual $15,000. That literally leaves the buyer with a $10,000 credit straight in their pocket at closing. That is a game-changing financial incentive, and it's driven entirely by operational efficiency.
So, how do they handle the crazy volume? Well, they use these Uber-style showing requests. An alert goes out, and boom, the first agent in the network to hit accept books the showing. It's basically on-demand real estate. And honestly, this model is perfectly timed. According to recent NerdWallet data, nearly 50% of buyers are saying they plan to use AI in their purchasing process this year. So, the consumer appetite, it's clearly already there. But, we got to look at the historical counterpoint here to be fair. For sale-by-owner homes, traditionally fetch about 88% of their list price, right? Whereas your traditional top agents are consistently securing between 96 to 98%. So the real question moving forward is, where exactly is an AI-assisted 1% agent going to fall on that spectrum? Knowing these numbers is absolutely essential when we're evaluating these new models. Okay, moving on to Section 2, solving the data problem and RealPage acquiring Cherre.
Listen, all of these amazing AI tools, they completely stall out when property data is a mess. The core issue here is what we can call the split personality property. Basically, the exact same piece of real estate often shows up as 3 totally unrelated records, just depending on if you're looking at leasing systems, operations platforms, or tax records. For us humans, yeah, it's a headache. But for an AI, it completely breaks its brain. An AI just cannot function if the foundational data contradicts itself.
And this crucial point was perfectly captured by CEO Dirk Wakeham. He said, AI can transform real estate only if it understands real estate. It's an undeniable thesis, and it explains exactly why the property management software giant RealPage just completed its acquisition of the data intelligence firm Cherre. Ultimately, they're just buying the ability to clean up the data so the AI can actually do its job.
Now, strictly neutrally speaking, this acquisition is part of a much larger corporate strategy for RealPage, coming right after their 2025 purchase of Cherre. And it's worth noting all of this activity is landing under an active Department of Justice settlement that's currently being supervised by a court monitor. It really just highlights the massive scale and the intense regulatory environment surrounding real estate data right now.
Right, let's jump to Section 3, the all-in-one platform, looking at Retyn's July 16th launch. So now that we see how the underlying data is getting cleaned up, let's look at how it's actually being packaged for the end user. On July 16th, Dubai-based Retyn officially launched their real estate growth platform. And the whole idea here is, instead of buying 5 different fragmented subscriptions, Retyn brings CRM, lead management, listings, marketing automation, and commission management all into one single unified ecosystem. It's perfectly aimed at teams and brokerages who are just exhausted and want to consolidate their tech stack into one streamlined AI-driven hub.
All right, Section 4, the price reduction playbook, featuring AI-generated negotiation scripts. Let's shift gears for a second to some really actionable tactics. So Berkshire Hathaway Home Services president Jimmy Burgess recently asked AI how to handle those notoriously tough price reduction talks with a seller. The result? It's this exact 5-step swipe file that you can literally use today. Step 1, reopen the conversation with purpose. Ask, has your goal changed, instead of just leading with a blunt demand for a price cut? Step 2, show the market response, things like pendings and closings, not just your personal opinion. Step 3, quantify the real costs of waiting.
Step 4 is this brilliant psychological pivot. You ask them, if you were buying today, which home would you choose? And finally, step 5. Never just present a lower number, present a full repositioning plan. It is a highly structured, surprisingly emotionally intelligent approach, and it was generated entirely by AI. Wild, right?
And hidden within that playbook is this absolutely critical pro tip. Position, don't discount. Think about it. Dropping a home from $810,000 down to $800,000 doesn't just lower the price. It can trigger totally new search portal ranges for buyers who capped their Zillow or Redfin searches at exactly $800,000. When you explain to a seller that the carrying costs of waiting for a stubborn listing to finally sell can actually rival a $20,000 price cut anyway, well, this repositioning strategy becomes incredibly powerful.
And finally, Section 5, the $6 million sale. The ultimate AI ROI.
Okay, so for the ultimate undeniable proof of concept, we have got to look at this case study from Malibu's Frontgate Real Estate. They were working in tandem with the AI lead nurture system from Luxury Presence. Over a 3-month period, Frontgate started out with an incredibly modest paid ad spend of just $1,400. Honestly, in the world of luxury real estate marketing, that is a remarkably small initial budget. But here's the magic. They didn't just let those ads sit there. That initial $1,400 investment fed directly into their AI lead nurture system, and that system instantly went to work, firing off exactly 726 automated personalized messages to those incoming prospects. Let that sink in. No human agent had to manually type or remember to send a single one of those touch points. Because of that rapid, relentless AI follow-up, the results were just staggering. Out of all those messages, they generated 96 highly qualified prospects. When you actually do the math on the initial spend, they achieved an unbelievable customer acquisition cost of just $32 per luxury real estate lead. $32. And the bottom line ROI here? Absolutely mind-blowing. That hyper-efficient automated pipeline didn't just create a bunch of nice conversations, it ultimately closed a massive $6 million real estate sale. From $1,400 out of pocket all the way to a $6 million closing, and it was entirely facilitated by an AI middleman. Breaking down exactly why this works so well, the key takeaway from Frontgate's Jeff Biebeck is actually really simple. He says the true conversion moment happened in the very first 2 to 3 minutes. That immediate window when the AI instantly responded, engaged, and qualified the lead, that was the ultimate win. It just proves that in real estate, speed to lead still dominates absolutely everything else. So, as we wrap things up today, I really want to leave you with a provocative question to chew on. If AI's speed to lead inevitably owns those crucial first 3 minutes of client interaction, doing it way faster and more efficiently than a human ever could, how are you preparing to provide undeniable human value in minute 4? Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next explainer.